So we have here our illustrating slope of a line given 2 points. And then we're going to illustrate slope of a line given the equation. And the last one is to illustrate slope of a line given a graph. So first, let's take a look sa what is a slope, or have you heard the word slope before? Slanted from Verna. Okay, which is actually correct. Very good. So if you have their slope or slanted, mao na siya ang equivalent niya nga word. Now, we have here a slope of a line and we have here a picture. So na ay ladder and then this one as well and then kanipong sa ato ang mountains. So we have here, have you experienced climbing a hill, a mountain, stairs, or ladders? Yes or no? Okay, yes, very good. How about pushing someone on a wheelchair down the ramp? Have you tried or have you experienced? Okay, na yes, na I know. So, which do you think is difficult to climb? A very slanting ladder or a less slanting ladder? Asay mas difficult to climb class? Less slanting. How about the others? Less slanting. Okay, now, do you think there would be difference in speed when you walk on a flat ground than walking down on a hilly road? Okay, yes. Would it be possible to walk on the wall? Na ba'y nakatry ana nga nag-walk sa wall? I think that is very amazing. So what danger would it cause if you're going to walk on a wall? Spider-Man with equipments. Yes, with harness. Pwede guro nimong ma-walk kung naka-harness. Okay. So, 'di ba, it's very difficult to walk on a wall if you're just an ordinary person. Okay. So, tiki. Okay. Nagkamang man ang tiki o man sila nilakaw guro. So, you have there, it's impossible. We ain't ninja. So those everything that these questions are talking about is also giving us an idea of a slope of a line. So slope of a line siya tanan diha. And we can see our slope of a line if you can see slant. Just what as Verna said a while ago. Now, we have here some following situations, and I want you to observe. So, this one. We have for the figure 1 this, and then the second figure is this. We have there, Teacher Carlo is traveling to two different hilly roads. Now, our question here. Which road is difficult to drive? Road 1 or road 2? Okay, figure 2 there. Figure 2. Okay, so you have there figure 2, which is correct. Very good. How about this one, class? This. You have there figure 3 and figure 4. After reaching the top of the hilly roads, Teacher Carlo needs to drive down the hilly roads. Question. Which road will build up speed? Okay, that is figure 4. Mupaspas gid ang dagan sa sakyanan ana. Now, for the next one, for our figure 5, after moving down the hill, Teacher Carlo is now driving on a flat surface. Question: do you think he can send text message to his friends? Why or why not? No, because he is driving a car. No, no, because it's dangerous. Not because you must keep your eyes on the road. No, because kay danger. Because it's not allowed. Okay, which is very good, class. Even though he is on the flat surface already or flat ground, he should not be using his cell phone because naama na siya sa guidebook or yeah, naama na siya rules nga you cannot use your um, cell phone when you are um, when you are driving. Okay, that is Republic Act number 10913, or known as the Anti-Distracted Driving Act. Okay, so good job everyone. So you have there, class, in your observations, all of your answers there were correct. So good job. Now, how about this figure 6 here? Is it possible for teacher Carlo to drive like the illustrations below, and why? Okay, very good. That is no. So you have there in the picture, di ba lisod naman kayo na mura na siyang nagbarog diha. Okay. So, since it's close to impossible and also because of the gravity. And which is correct, because of the gravity. Kay birahon naman na siya. Padong ubos. Okay, so good job. Now here, class, in our figures here, we can also tell that the steepness of the hilly roads, represented by slightly slant road and more slant road, where Teacher Carlo drives up and down, is called the slope. Okay, so the steepness. So when we say steepness, that is how slant the road Teacher Carlo was drives up or down. So when we say slope, it represented by M, or letter M, and is defined as the ratio of the vertical change between 2 points to the horizontal change between the same 2 points. So the vertical change is referred to as the rise and the horizontal change as the run. So if we're going to write that one into symbol or into equation, you have there M is equals to rise over run. So remember, ang atuang rise is mauna siya ang atuang vertical. So meaning to say ang pabarog. So like this, ang X nato. Okay, so you have there your X. While for your horizontal, that is your run. So that is pahigda. Ano? Y di ay Y, sorry. Y ang atuang rise, and then ang atuang run, that is your X. Okay, so you have there M is equals to rise is equals to M is equals to rise over run. Now, let's have here sa ato ang situation ganina. So, 'di ba mao man ni siya tong first situation or first figure. So, here ang ato ang kuan-ana niya, class, we can draw our Cartesian coordinate plane. So, with that, you can get your slope. So, 'di ba niingon man ta ang slope kay ang steepness. So, mo ni siya steepness, class, And then if we're going to get our slope, we're just going to use the rise over run. So ato na siyang nag-assign ta og values diri, which is ang atoang run is ang x-axis man, and then ang rise is pasaka. So you're just going to substitute that one. So you have therefore your rise that is 2, and then run that is 6. And then just simplify if your answer can be in lowest term. So 2 over 6 that is 1/3. So mo ni ang slope. So mo ni ang steepness sa ato ang road which teacher Carlo was driving. Okay? So rise over run ra gyud siya class. So kung unsay kuan ani niya sukod diri or unsay given nga ordered pair niya, you're just going to substitute that one for your sa inyong equation. Now, for the second one, we have here this. So, naatay x o y gihapon. So, for our rise, mo ni siya ang rise. Ang x, ang y. So, you have there 4. And then, for your run, that is 2. So, that is 4 over 2. So, we can still divide. So, 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So, mo na iyahang slope. As you can see, masaka kaayo ang ato ang figure 2 unlike sa ato ang figure 1. Because 1/3 raman iyahang slope, meaning 1/3 ra iyahang ka slant. Well, ang kani siya is 2 naman. So, mas taas-taas na gyud siya. Okay? And now for our next. Sa ato ang figure number 3. So, paubos na sad taniya. So, sa ato ang kay pa down naman iha, down the hilly roads. So, you have there, use lang gihapon na to ang rise over run. So, di lang yun na to kalimtan kung asa to ang x class ha o asa to ang y. Okay? So, atong x, module na siya ang pahigda, and then ang ato ang y, that is pavarog. So, you have there for your rise, that is, given naman siya daan diri negative 2, and then for your run, that is 6. So, you have there negative 2 over 6, that is negative 1/3. So, as you can see, negative siya class kay paubos man. Diba, this is in quadrant. Unsa ni siya nga quadrant diri class? Kung negative imuhang kuan, negative imuhang y, and then positive imuhang x. Quadrant 1. Sige, kinsa pa nakahinumdum. Kung ang iyang x kay positive, niya ang iyahang y kay negative. Okay. So, naa siya sa quadrant 2. Very good. Okay. Now, for our next one class, you have there kanisha. So, if you can see here, iyahang rise is negative 4. And then, ang iyahang run, ang iyahang x, that is 2. So, negative 4 divided by 2, that is negative 2. So, mas kuan man kayo siya, mas steep ang iyahang pagpadong ubos. So, kuan jud siya, dako siya og slope. Unlike this one, this is only 1/3. Okay. Now, for our next nga picture class, this figure 5. So, it means to say that this one is, ang iyahang slope is equals to 0. Because wala man siya rise. Wala man siya padong sa iyahang y. So, that is 0 over 6. That is still equal to 0. If flat surface ra gani siya class, 1 na siya slope. Or iyang slope kay 0. Okay. Now here, sa to ang question ganina, ang answer jud ato is big no. Because as what you have said a while ago, it's not safe to drive while sending messages to or using your cell phone. So here, sa to ang figure pod nga, figure 6, as you can see, that is undefined, iyahang slope. So, if pabaro gani siya class, or shall we say pa-vertical siya, it's not possible man jud nga maka-drive, di ba? So you have there, your rise is 4 and then your run is 0. So if you're going to use calculator with this one, that is mathematical error because it's not because if 0 inyuhang denominator class, undefined man na siya or no answer. Okay? And then, if atos po siyang i-relate sa tong life, it's not possible man gyud nga to drive nga in ani nga situation. 'Di ba? As what you have said a while ago. So, kanipod, pag going down, same lang gyapon siya. Iyang race kay -4 and then iyang run kay 0. Both 0 ang iyahang denominator. Okay? So, question so far, class, for our different situations. Nasabtan ra? Okay. So now this time, class, is we are going to have or to find the slope of a line given kay 2 points. So what if you are not just giving like katong mga situations nga real life? Kay mga real life situation man to using a car. So what if 2 points ang gihatag? How are we going to know our slope? So we have here, consider the graph on the right and perform the following as instructed. So you're going to assign any 2 points on the graph and say points A and B and then find the coordinates of each points. So we have here our coordinates nga kanisya. We have there A, that is 5 and 1. That is the first coordinate. And then for the next one, you have there for B, that is 7 and 9. So what we're going to do here, class, is if A is the first point, what is the abscissa or x sub 1? And what about the coordinate or y sub 1? So, ari sa ta sa atong A magtan-aw, class, ha, you have there 5 and 1. So, asa ato ang abscissa ana, class, or y or x sa ato ang 5 and 1? Is it 5 or 1? Abscissa. Okay, very good. That is 5. Ngayon ganitag abscissa mo na siya tong value sa x. Diba sa atong ordered pair, that is x and y man. X atong first coordinate and then ang second coordinate is ang y. Now we have here what about ang atong ordinate or ang atuang y? Very good, that is 1. So kung ato na siyang isuwat, last, you have there x sub 1 is equals to 5 and then your y sub 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so ari pa ta nagtan-aw sa tuang A, class, ha? So kanang A nato diha mao pa ni atong gi-assignan og values. So nagbutang lantag sub 1 kay duha man ni siya kabuok, A ug B. So you have there x sub 1 and then y sub 1. Now let's go to the next nato. Adto na sad ta sa atong B ganina. So if B is the second point, what is its abscissa or x? So sa kani siya. Sa atong B diri, sa atong abscissa or x. Okay, that is 7. How about for our ordinate? Okay, that is 9. Very good. So now, sa atong B na sad last, we have there x sub 2 na to is 7 and then y sub 2 is equals to 9. Okay, so sa atong A ganina, napud siya x sub 1 and y sub 1. While here on your B, na kay x sub 2 and y sub 2. So, mo na siya atong first nga buhaton. Now, this time, class, is we're just going to get the difference of the ordinates or the y of both A and B. And then we're going to get as well the difference of the abscissa of points A and B. So, mo na siya tong next step. So, you have there y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So, ato rang i-minus ang katong nakuha na to ganina, which is, that is 9 minus. And then, sa ato ang a, kay 1 man to, diba? Ang ato ang y sub 1. So, you have there, i-subtract rin mo 9 minus 1, that is equivalent to 8. Early kay si Ramon for the next subject. Okay? So, you have there 9 minus 1 that is equal to 8. So, mo na siya imong pag-subtract sa imong ordinates. Now, for the next one, ari na po ta mag-subtract sa tuang abscissa. So, you have there your x sub 2. Always yun mag-una ang x sub 2 class ha. X sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, you have there 7 minus 5. Kaya sa atong a, ang ato ang value sa x ato is 5 man. So, you have there 7 minus 5 that is equivalent to 2. So, you got already your differences of your ordinates and abscissa. Now, what's our next step, class? So, we're going to compare the difference of y to the rise on the graph and what can you observe, and as well as your run. So, you have here, diba, for your rise, ningon man ko ganina nga, ang ato ang rise, anak mo na siya ang values of y. Which is, ang ato ang nakuha niya ganina is equivalent to 8. Mo na siya, rise na nato ang y. And then, sa ato ang x, or sa atong abscissa, that is for our run. Kung unsa to atong nakuha dito, mo na siya ang imuhang ibutang ra sa imuhang formula ganina nga this one. You have there y sub 2 or y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, that is 8 over 2. And then 8 over 2, that is equivalent to 4. So, kung nag-solve na ta or nag-subtract na ta daan ato, pwede rin natong i-substitute sa ato ang m is equals to rise over run. So, ang ato ang rise, mo to siya ang pag-subtract na to sa ato ang y, which is 8 iyang solution or iyang answer. Well, sa katong gibuhat na to sa x sub 2 minus x sub 1, iyang result kay 2. So, ato ra siyang gisimplify. So, that is 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. So, it means to say that the slope of this line with the given ordered pairs or given points is equal to 4. Okay, so mao to siya ang imuhang answer kung 2 points ang gihatag. Okay? So, question so far, class. Questions? Okay, very good. Or if we're going to wrap up, finding a slope of a line given 2 points, mao ni siya ato ang graph, class. So, you have there, imura siyang i-assign kung ato na siyang i-graph, ato na itong ibutang or i-plot ato ang ordered pair. Diba, atong ordered pair ganina, we have there 5, 1. So, mani siya ang 5, 1. And then, the next one is 7, 9. Diba, 7, 9 man to siya. So, mani ang 2 points. So, imura siyang i-graph, and then, imo din kuhaon niyang rise o iyang run. And then, i-divide nimo to get its slope. Now, remember this one. Given the 2 points x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2, the slope of a line can be solved using the formula m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, you have to know kung unsay mohang y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 1. Para dili magka-interchange ang imuhang numbers. Kay once magka-interchange imong numbers, your answers would not be the same as the final answer nato. Okay? So, dapat ha, i-identify gyud nimo siya. So, sa kaning pagbutang nimo sa x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2, you can use the first nga given ordered pair as your x sub 1 and y sub 1. And then, your second given nga ordered pairs, kay i-use na nimo siya as your x sub 2 and y sub 2. Okay? Questions, class? Clarifications? So, naanapod mo ilain nga isuwat nga formula. So, dapat yun na amoy, kuan ka sana, amoy ka ng notebook. Notebook nga suwatan ninyo sa inyong formula para inig-study ninyo, dali na lang kay ninyo siya ma-identify. Okay? Okay. So, now class is we are going to have the next one. Kung ganina kay 2 points ang gihatag, di ba? 2 points or 2 ordered pairs man to ang gihatag. Now, this time is we're going to have finding the slope of a line given an equation. So, equation na pod ang ihatag. So, unsaon na to siya pag-solve. So, remember that here, we can also get the slope quickly determined from its equation. So, the equation of the line described by the graph on the previous page is 4x minus y is equals to 19. So, ato ni siyang gamiton ha as our equation here. So, how are we going to find the slope? So, to find the slope of a line given the equation, so you're just going to answer these following questions. So, we have there, is the equation written in the form of ax plus by is equals to c? Or shall we say, na standard form ba siya? Yes or no? Okay, very good. The answer there is yes. How about for our next question? What are the values of the coefficients a and b? Unsay coefficients na to here? Since standard form naman siya. Sa itong coefficients class, di ba mo man na siya to ang whole number. Okay, so you have there 4 and negative 1. So, di ba sa atong A, ang coefficient niya kay 4. And then, for our B, that is negative 1. Remember, naman tayo negative diri. Okay? So, negative 1 na siya, class. Okay. Nasabtan nga nung 4 and negative 1. Okay. So, now this time, class, is for the next question. What is the additive inverse of the coefficient A? Di ba 4 man to siya? So, unsay ang additive inverse or unsay yahang bali? Unsay bali sa ato ang 4? Okay, very good. That is negative 4. So, kuhaon na to ang inverse sa ato ang coefficient A. Okay, kuhaon na to yung inverse and then you are going to get the ratio of the coefficient of the additive inverse to the coefficient of B. So, when we say ratio, or you can divide. So, you will have there negative A over B. And then, i-substitute ra nimo siya, you have there negative 4 divided by negative 1. Kay gi-inverse man nato siya, so manang nahimo siyang negative 4. And then, over negative 1, kay mao man na siya to ang coefficient sa B. And then, ato ra siyang i-simplify, class. Negative 4 divided by negative 1, that is equivalent to 4. Okay? So, that is now your slope. Mao na siya inyuhang slope. So, dali ra kayo kuhaon if na standard form lang yun ang imuhang equation. So, now, let us observe this one is the ratio of the rise to the run, the ratio of the difference of y values to the values of x, the same ratio of the additive inverse a to b. So, kung kato pa to siyang gisolve na to ganina, di ba, mauman ni siya. So, the same lang gihapon. Kay katong equation nga 4x minus 1, 4x minus y, kay gikan to siya sa, equation to siya sa to ang given ganina nga 2 points. Okay? Equation to siya ganina sa 2 points. So, we have there, kung sa ganina nakakuha tag 4, So, kung equation ang ihatag, 4 lang gihapon ato ang mag-get niya nga slope. Okay? Kaya ang katong 4x minus y is equals to 19 is, kuan man to siya class, mo man to siya ang equation of the line sa ganina. Sa example na to ganina sa finding the slope of a line given 2 points. Okay, so as you can see, they have the same answer. So remember here that in finding the slope of a line given an equation, you have there, it should be written in standard form to get the slope. And then you're going to get the additive inverse of the coefficient A to coefficient B. Or kung ato na siyang isuwat daan sa as our equation, you can have there M is equals to negative A over B. Okay? So you have already two equations here in our slope. Kung points ang gihatag, you can use y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Kung equation ang gihatag, you can use negative a over b. Questions? Clarifications? Violent reactions? Okay, Nanra. Good job. So, isuot lang gyapon nato atong kuan class ha, ato ang formula. And then dapat standard form. Standard form. Okay. So now, niungot. Okay. So now class, ang pagkuha pod nato class, if graph ang iyang given kay same lang gihapon sa ato ang gibuhat ganina. Okay? So mobalik ta sa katong ato ang kuan class ha, sa ato ang this one, graph. So, kung graph gani ang iyahang given class and then wala pa siya gihatag kung unsay value sa imuhang points dira, imura na siyang kuhaon. Okay? Imura na siyang kuhaon. Like, for example, kanirang siya, wala pa tay rice o grand diha ha. So, imong buhaton is kuhaon nimo ang iyang ordered pair sa kaninga points, which is that is 5 and 1. Well, ang kani siya kay that is 7 and 9. And then, since makakuha naman kag points, ana, ma-apply na dayon to nimo ang katong equation nato ganina sa finding a slope given 2 points. Okay, so connected gihapon na siya. So, you can easily get your answer. Basta, kabaw lang yun ta, or nakasabot ta asa ang y, asa ang x, unsa ang ato ang gipangita, or asa man gyud ang ato ang gamiton ani para makasolve ta or makita ta sa ato ang slope. Okay? So, questions, clarifications? Okay. Since napumantay time class no, magpa-activity na lang pud ko ninyo. So, I want you to get a paper. And then, naalantay ipang solve nga ginagmay lang. Atong i-check if nakasabot ba gyud ang tanan. Sige. Tell me ha if naanay paper. And then mag-stop kog share screen class ha so that I can see all of you. And then, ang purpose sa inyong paper is mag-solve man ta. Sige. And then, ganan ko makita if sakto ba ang solution. So, you're going to find the slope of this given. Okay? So, mag-start sa ta sa points. So, I will give points here sa to ang chat and then I want you to solve for its slope. Kana siya. You have there 0, 2, and 1, 8.